Hello everyone. Today I have for you a solo time traveling game. It's called Sojourn and it's by Wyvern Gaming. In this game you play different location cards and different time stream cards to manipulate where you're going through time, trying to find your way back home. You play the time traveler that is been thrown through time. He's lost in time. He ends up in May 20th, 250 million BC. He's trying to find his way back home to May 20th, 2020. And you do this by playing different locations and traveling through time to try to find different time fragments. So we're going to go ahead and set it up on the table. We're going to take a look at it. It's called Sojourn. Okay, so here we have the prototype for Sojourn. And this is a single player, it's a solo game. So we're going to go ahead and show you the pieces and the gameplay for it going through. So to start off, we have the Time Traveler card, which has a bunch of different spots. I've got some tokens on here. Remember, it's a prototype, so this isn't finished. Stuff changes during the Kickstarter. But you see, it says it's the Traveler. He's the Time Traveler. His home is May 20th, 2020 AD. And that's where you're trying to get to. You're trying to get back home. You're stuck in time. And you do this by going to different places during time, in the time stream, and you have to find these time fragments right here. And you find these by going to different locations in time, and they will open up as you play along. You can see that each one of these location cards right here has a cost whenever you travel to it. So like this one, you'll have to drop one time stream card that you have in your hand. We'll go over those in a minute. It's going to cost you 1 temporal charge, and that's what these are on the side of your player card right here. You start off with 7 temporal charges right there. So it'll cost you to travel here 1 temporal charge, and this is where you move your player token. But anytime you move into a location, there's always a risk. You can see this is a 75% risk that you're going to take some damage. The game will come with 2 10-sided dice, 1 percentile die, and 1 regular one that you're going to roll to see if you take, I rolled 61. So I would take damage. 61%. And this is the amount of damage you have right here. Now, regardless of whether you take damage or not, you're still going to get a gain. Let's go over here. You gain 2 time stream cards. And there's different cards, time stream cards that allow you to gain temporal charges back and different stuff like that. We'll go over that in a minute. So this is one you can see. This is the eruption of Mount St. Helens, May 18th, 1980 AD, obviously. So you got different ones. You got like this, the moon landing, July 16th, 1969. If I wanted to travel here, I'd have to drop 3 time stream cards. It costs 4 temporal charges. There's a 0% risk, though, right there. And I get to gain a certain amount of time stream cards. It has a star there. So 1 time stream card plus 1 temporal charge. Oh, so not only do I get a time stream card, I also get a temporal charge back for traveling there, if I choose to. Because you don't always have to travel to the locations. I'm going to show you. Now, these time fragments, when you find them, you will place one of these green tokens in the spot on your board, because you find a time fragment of the time sphere. So if I found this in a location and I traveled to a location, I could claim it, and I put one of my tokens there into one of the green spots. Now, the red tokens you see on here are my health. I start off with 7 health also. 7 temporal charges, 7 health. So let's go ahead and give this deck a quick shuffle. So the purpose of the game is to find 4 of your time sphere cards, your time fragments of the time sphere, to find 4 of those before you die. Well, not only do you have to find 4 of those, but whenever you find those 4, you have to have at least 1 temporal charge left to be able to travel home to May 20th, 2020. I finish shuffling here and place these to the side for my destinations. But if you say you don't have a temporal charge, let's say you could use a paradox card if you have it, which lets you travel to a destination for no time stream drop, which is what it's called whenever you got to drop time stream cards, or temporal charge cost. So if I find all 4 of those and I have one of these in my hand and I don't have a charge, it's fine. I can still travel back home. I win. Now, these are the time stream cards that'll help you out as you're traveling to different destinations. You got stuff like Paradox, which I just said you travel to the destination. Loop, which lets you return to any open destination from any timeline with an earlier date for no drop cost or risk. It comes in really well. Bandages, restore your health. There's a bunch of different ones that you can use. You're going to start off with 5 of these in your hand. So go ahead and give these a quick shuffle. So you set out your card and you put your tokens on it. Shuffle up your destination deck. Shuffle up your Timestream card deck right here. And then deal yourself out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go ahead and put the deck right there. You put your Jurassic Period card. That's where you're going to start out. You're lost in time. You start in the Jurassic Period, actually on May 20th, 250 million BC. So you're like way, way back there. You go ahead and you see it says start here. So that's where you're going to place your player token. You're going to start there. And I've got my Timestream cards. Okay, I got 2 bandages. 2 temporal batteries, which allow me to restore 1 temporal charge. I've got one of those loop cards that lets me come back. So I've got those 5 cards in my hand right there. And we start out. So whenever you whenever you travel to a destination, a location, you always get to open a free one ahead. So since we're starting out here, Jurassic Period, where you get to open a destination card for free. And I'll show it to you real quick. See, it's the Hindenburg disaster, May 6, 1937. It'll cost 3 Timestream cards to go there. It'll cost me 3 temporal charges, and then I can move there. It's only got a 25% risk of taking 1 damage, and then I get to gain a card. So we put that there. Now let's say that had a high risk. Let's say I didn't want to go there right now. What do? Well, you can pay 1 temporal charge to turn over the next card and put it in the same time stream, either to the left or the right of that card there. If you want to see what opens up, let's just go ahead and do that. I'll pay the 1 temporal charge there to open up another one. Let's see, it's the Croatoan, it's the Lost Colony, August 18th, 1590, right there. You see, it's got a no Timestream drop costs, no temporal charge costs, but there's a 90% risk of me taking 3 damage. But I get to gain 2 Timestream cards. You know, so we'll go ahead and place that right there to the left of that Hindenburg disaster. And I like that. That's not going to cost me that too many temporal charges. I'm going to take some risk, but I'm at full life, so it's okay. I'll roll for it. So I'm deciding to go to this Timestream card here. Or, I'm sorry, this destination card here. So we will go ahead and pay the drop cost, which is nothing. We'll pay the temporal charge cost, which is nothing. And I'll go ahead and move my player token here. And then I'm going to go ahead and roll to see if I take any damage. Let's see. I got 46%. So yeah, I rolled under the 90%. I'm going to take 3 damage. So we'll go ahead and take off 3 life off of there. Take 3 damage. But I'm going to gain 2 Timestream cards. And there's no hand size in this game. So everything just goes into your hand. I got a Paradox. And I got another bandage. So I've got 3 bandages. And you can use any of your cards you want at any time. So let's go ahead and say I'm going to use these 2 bandages right here. I'm going to go ahead. Why is this face up? I have no clue. I shuffled a card face up. Okay, well, that's that one. I'm going to use 2 bandages. And I'm going to go ahead and gain 2 life right there. Now, since I moved into this location, I get to open the next one for free. So I'll go ahead and reveal that destination right there. You don't have to spend a temporal charge. Anytime you move into a location, you get to open the next one for free. So let's see. It is, let me show the camera. It is the Moon Landing, July 16th, 1969. Yay, Moon Landing. Drop cost of 3 Timestream cards. It costs 4, but there's no risk. And I get to gain 1 Timestream card and 1 temporal charge. Oh, that's pretty nice. Go there. Now, let's see. Do I want to do that? Let's see. I'm actually going to spend my Paradox card right here, which lets me travel to a destination for no Timestream drop or temporal charge costs. I'm going to play my Paradox card. So, I get to move up here because I don't have to spend anything. I don't have to spend either Timestream cards or the cost right there in temporal charges. Because of my Paradox card. There's no risk, but I get to draw 1 Timestream card, and I get a temporal charge back. So I put that there. I'll draw my Timestream card. Oh, it's that other Paradox. Hey, I didn't know that was coming up. And since I moved into a destination, I get to open a new one. This one is the Alamo, February 23rd. Now, you keep going this way, obviously, moving into stuff. If you were to draw, let's say this was a time fragment card, the piece of my time sphere, it would go down onto the table, and then I draw another card for a destination and put it on top of it. And I couldn't claim that time fragment card until I actually physically move into the location. Then you claim it. So you keep turning over cards. So let's go ahead. Let's see. The Alamo right there. I could possibly go there. I have to drop 3 cards, though. And if you can't drop that, if you don't have that many cards, it's okay. You can still move into the location. You just have to drop as many cards as you can. So even though I opened it before I moved there, I could be like, oh, okay, well, I'm still down on health. I could spend this, or I could do this to gain some temple charges back there. Oh, now I've only got 1 card in my hand, but I still want to move there, and you got to drop 3 cards. But I only have 1. You just drop the 1. You pay the temporal charge cost. You move there. But I'm not going to move. I'm still looking for time fragment cards, and I've got 7 temporal charges. So I'll go ahead and use 1 to open up another card on this time stream to the right and to the left. Oh, it's the stock market crash of October 24th. Oh, okay. There's no risk. I get to get a card, but that's a kind of high drop cost and temporal charge cost. Let's go ahead and put that there to the right of that card. Still got a lot of stuff. I'm not sure if I want to move yet. So let's go ahead and spend another temporal charge to open up another destination on that time stream. Oh, it's the French Revolution. I'm getting a lot of these. I'm wondering where my time fragments are. I know they're somewhere on the deck. We'll put that up there. I'll spend 1 more. So let's see. Germany invades Poland on September 1st. Ooh. Right, I'll put that one over there for right now. So I'm opening up a lot of stuff over here, but let's see. I'm going to go ahead and move. I'm going to use my Paradox card right there to travel to a destination for no time stream drop or temporal charge cost. We're going to use that. That's a good card right there. Where would I go? Where's the most advantageous for me to go where I could use stuff? Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and, since it's not going to cost me any time stream drop temporal charge cost, I'm gonna travel to the French Revolution. The French Revolution. Travel there, which will normally make me drop all my temporal batteries. It says the time stream card has a little star. It says all temporal batteries, but I don't have to do that because of the Paradox card. I also don't have to pay the 3 temporal charge cost to move into it. I do have to see about taking the risk, or to possibly take 2 damage. And then I will gain 2 time stream cards. So let's go ahead. It's a 25% chance. Let's go ahead and roll it. Say 33%. Okay, so I don't take the 2 damage, but I still get to gain the 2 time stream cards. I got a loop card and a fracture card, which I can add a new destination to the timeline ahead for no cost. That's awesome. So I'm there in the thing. Let's go ahead. I've used up a lot of my temporal charges. Let's go ahead and use these 2 temporal batteries to restore 1 temporal charge card, or temporal charge on there. Use those 2 to replace 2 of my charges. And that's your basic gameplay for Sojourn. You keep going till you get your 4 your time fragments for your time sphere, which I haven't came across any. Let's go ahead. I'm going to use that fracture card real quick. I was going to go to the review, but let me use that fracture card right there to add a new destination ahead. Oh, I don't need to do that, because since I moved into that thing, I forgot whenever I move into the location, I get to do 1 for free. That's the Great Chicago Fire. Well, that's not good. Okay, so let's go ahead and use that fracture card to do another one in the timeline for no cost. That's the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Oh, a lot of things going on over here in time. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get to the review. Okay, so as you can see, Sojourn is a great game, and it's a great concept in the time traveling genre. You know, it's quick, it's simple, it's easy to learn. You can just pick it up and play it. The rules are simple enough to remember. You put down your time card. When you move into it, you get 1 for free. You know, it's got a good push your luck element, but it's not really push your luck. Even though you have to make the decisions, you know, everything's a choice. You never know what's going to come up next, but you still have that that option to not take that card or to use a temporal charge to go to a different one or reveal another card. So go ahead and check it out. It's coming up on Kickstarter on May 15th. It's Sojourn by Wyvern Gaming. My name is Logan for Logan Chops Reviews. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and hit that little button, that little bell, and go ahead and head on over to Facebook, like our Facebook page, Logan Chops Reviews, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram, where we post our pictures of games we're playing, like Sojourn. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.